welcome to our meditation. I'll give us a few moments to get started. I'm going to log on to make sure that I can see you, you can see me. Very good. Here I am. Well, welcome to practice. I'm so excited today to be guiding you through a meditation, a visualization, a little bit of stretching, and some journaling this morning. So to get started, I highly suggest that you settle yourself up for success. What will you need this morning? Go ahead and grab a notebook and a pen, and not just any pen. I firmly believe that the medium is the message, that the tools that we use are very important, especially when we're journaling, being grateful, and opening our hearts. So pick something that brings you joy, pick a color that you like, and set that off to the side. And as far as our meditation goes, if you like using any sort of eye covering, if you like using pillows or a scarf over your eyes, that would be a great way to help you tap in a little bit deeper into our experience today. I'm sure that you have noticed that I am sitting in a bed, and so for practice today, it is yogi's choice. If you would like to stay on your couch or on your bed, you are welcome to stay here. You will be supported and comfortable for our journey. But if you are on a yoga mat, enjoy. This is the environment that you'd like to be in. So wherever you are, let's go ahead and take a seated position for now and start by grounding our body. Start by arriving to this present moment. Perhaps you just woke up and are logging on to see me and need to arrive. So get your creature comforts, come into a cross-legged pose, close your eyes, and we start our journey with one another. Bring your palms face up, start to lean back in your seat. We start by taking your thumb and your index fingers, and you're going to press them together to touch. This is Gyan Mudra, our quest for peace, as you set your palms on top of your thighs. We take a deep breath in, lean back in your seat, open mouth, exhale. Again, as you lean back in your seat, you unclench your legs, take a breath in. Open mouth. We switch the fingers. Take your thumb and your middle finger and lightly press them together to touch. Again, the eyes start to soften, a little tuck of your chin in towards the chest. Really start to press those fingers together. As you press the fingers together, nothing else starts to clench. Your thighs let go. Your throat lets go. We switch fingers. Take your thumb and your ring fingers, lightly press them together, and notice how this feels for you. If it's easy, if it's a bit of a challenge, we're up to the challenge. Press your thumb and ring finger together. Press, press, press. Breathe in and open mouth. Again, we breathe in, lean back in your seat, and open mouth. Thumb and pinky finger together to touch. Notice how all of your other fingers might be affected by this mudra as you press your thumb and pinky finger together. Proud to be here. Roll the shoulders back. Take a deep breath in. And breath out. Again. Breath in. Press, press, press. Pinky and thumb. Open mouth. create some friction with our hands. Bring your palms together. Start to create a bit of vibration in the palms. A little bit faster. We're making our fire. You're going to hover your hands about an inch apart from one another and feel that energy that vibrates between the hands. This is a practice that we will take through our meditative journey with us today. If you need to arrive to the present moment, bring your palms together to touch, create friction in your hands. And when you release the palms, a few places you can hover. Try them out with me here. Rub the palms together to touch and lightly hover them over your ears. Notice any sensations. If the sound has changed for you. Again, we rub the palms together. Nice and easy, back and forth. A light moving meditation. Take your hands, lightly cover them over your eyes. Hands together to touch. Let's set our intention for our practice today. May you be open-minded. May you have clear and conscious communication with yourself for the rest of the day as we start our journey with one another. Little tuck of the chin in towards the chest. Thank yourself for your discipline of arriving onto the mat and joining me today. Hands will lift up to the forehead. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, you'll bow forward. Light and easy. Arrive into your seat. Release the palms. And we will start our guided visualization with one another. If you have never taken a guided visualization, welcome. I am so honored to take you to the desert today. So to get started, you must be comfortable, and no two yogis are alike. So if you would like to take a Shavasana stance, now is a great time to lay down, and be sure that your speaker on your phone or on your laptop is near you so that you can hear. If you would like to stay in a seat, if you're a little unsure, that's okay. Honor where you are. And when we start going through this visualization, there's lots of things to notice. Of course, you'll notice if your mind starts to wander. Try to bring yourself back to consciousness, back with us into our practice state. And if at any time you feel like you have had a meditative epiphany and you want to write something down, that is absolutely why we have our notebook and pen with our practice today. And I highly suggest journaling through a little bit more aspects of your life during this chapter that we're in with one another. So the next yoga class that you take here with our Hapa Ohana, have your journal ready so that you can write down any of your musings, and I guarantee you no one has ever regretted writing down a note. So keep that handy. We'll go ahead and begin our journey. If any of you have been out to Ocotillo Wells, out to the desert, that is where we're traveling to today. Same time, 8 o'clock in the morning. Let's start to get there. Your eyes will start to close. If you would like to, slip on your eye mask. If you're getting comfortable with your dog lying next to you, settling for success. And just like that, we have traveled to the desert. We start to take in our surroundings, and we start with our feet. Barefoot, you're going to start to connect with the sensations of your toes slowly digging into the sand. A little warm, thick granules of sand, light tan. As you start to lift your eyes from the ground up and into the horizons of your desert, you start to notice the colors that surround you. Tans, browns, light blues, baby blues, infinite sky. You start to feel the sun as it shines down on you, nice and warm. As we find ourselves in this desert valley, a light breeze blows by. You feel that breeze against your skin, your hair, your face. Take a moment here to stand in the middle of your desert, to see your cactuses, your breeze, and give your toes a few more wiggles as they start to dig a little bit deeper into the sand. Hands relax, jaw lets go. As you lightly look up to the sky, bright, beautiful blue sky, fluffy white clouds that surround you. You can slowly watch a cloud or two pass by. Feeling at peace with the true silence, the true peacefulness of the desert, just a few miles east from your home. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Your temperature gets a little bit warmer, like a lizard on top of a rock. Can you paint that picture? Seeing that amphibious friend basking in the sun as you start to feel the sun send goosebumps all down your body. You know that you would like to sit under some shade as it gets a bit warmer in your desert. And so you scan your horizon, and just a few hundred feet away, you see a dilapidated house. You see an old dwelling, something inviting and familiar, some place that you feel like you've been to before, and a place that you know that you would like to take a seat, unwind, and take in your surroundings. And so slowly you will start to align your breath to movement as you take steps closer, closer, closer to the house. You breathe in, step, step. Exhale, step, step. Breath in, step, step. Exhale, step, step. Keep going, breath in. Exhale, step, step. A bit closer to the house. Your journey is a bit closer as you notice that there's a rocking chair sitting on the porch, and this excites you. You're ready to take a seat. Continue your walk. You are in no rush to get to your meditative state as you find your dwelling. Light brown, old, windswept home. You take the wooden steps, creaking slowly up to the porch. You plop yourself down on the rocking chair. You feel yourself fully sink into the chair, and you let your jaw go. As you sit in this rocking chair, a few things come to mind for you. Stretching the jaw, opening your mouth, taking a yawn, swishing around some spiritual mouthwash in your cheeks. Time to get all of that tension out of your communication. Time to stretch the face, wiggle the ears, unfurrow the brow as you sink a bit deeper into that wooden rocking chair. Place both of your hands on either arm and feel your hands start to lightly grip the wooden arms of the rocking chair, peaceful and soft. You're shaded on this porch. As you look out over the desert horizon, what do you see? A bird that flies by. A tumbleweed that rolls through. A snake scurrying through the grass. At peace in your rocking chair, you continue to take a seat of observation. Let yourself sink a bit deeper. Your stomach unclenches, your backside lets go. Remembering your moving meditation that took you to this house, you start to align your breath to movement with the rocks of the chair. As you inhale, you lightly rock yourself forward, a little bit of trust. As you exhale, you rock back. You know that you're safe in your rocking chair, and so you keep your eyes closed. Can you see yourself? Breath in, hinge forward, rock. Exhale to roll. Inhales to rock. Exhales to roll. Again. Take about 3 full rounds of breath and continue your journey in this rocking chair. Feel the warmth of your palms as they start to grip the sides of the chair. Rock back and forth. Back, forth. At peace in your rocking chair, feeling a bit more grounded, you start to notice the chatter of birds. You sense that there are birds up and overhead. You hear them chatting and talking with one another. And it brings you great peace to know that you have a feathered messenger that has come to visit you. As you open your eyes, you see a few birds flying overhead. You see an eagle soaring high. You see a dark, deep black raven flying overhead. And you see a hawk, a red-tailed hawk, a gentle, calm beak. As you see these 3 birds of prey start to circle, play, and dance in the sky. Can you paint the picture of their wings flying, fluttering, playing with one another as birds do in their playground in the sky? Darting back and forth, chirping, chattering, screeching, playing, you realize that they are here to dance in front of you. As you continue to rock forward and breathe in, rock back and exhale, you watch the birds up and overhead. One of the birds slowly starts to descend and land right on the steps in front of your porch. And as you watch this bird travel from the sky down to the ground, which bird came to visit you today? Was it the dark, deep black raven? Was it the eagle? Was it a hawk? Was it a different bird that I didn't describe, but you see it right away? Its 2 little feet lightly tap on the ground as you and this bird make direct eye contact with one another, and you feel that familiar warmth of someone that sees you, that has come to visit you, to check on you, and to wish you well. And for the first time in a long time, you have found a very silent stillness. A full seat of observation, not only with how your body feels in this chair, in this desert, but an awareness of this bird as it slowly gets closer to you. Can you see this bird lightly waddle? The color of its little beady eye. Maybe it ruffles its feathers a few times or drops a feather before you. Stay here in your meditative state and look at your bird. Wish your bird well. As you sit in this rocking chair, you bring your hands together to touch. Visualize yourself creating a fire with your palms. As you create the warmth in your hands, you bring them up to your third eye center, and you are ready to thank your messenger for visiting you today. As you lightly bow to your bird, bird bows to you, and off she goes. You watch your bird slowly take flight off of the porch and up into the sky to join their friends as they play in the sky's playground up and overhead. You know that you have been visited by a spiritual messenger, someone that has come to wish you well on your travels, someone that sees you fully as who you are, someone who congratulates you for taking time to meditate. You continue to rock back and forth, knowing that you're ready to leave your porch soon. So to take that screenshot of the present moment so that you can take this meditative porch with you for the rest of the day, you inhale, rock forward, exhale, rock back. Inhale, rock forward, exhale, rock back. As you rock forward, your feet plant onto the ground and you stand up, you rise, and you slowly descend the wooden steps down to the sand. You turn to face this old house. This house that you know will always be here for you, no matter where you are in this lifetime. All you have to do is close your eyes, and this place has been created, solidified, and welcomed into your mind. And you thank this house for being here in your spiritual desert. You wish the house well, hovering your fire hands in front of the house, create your friction as if you were to give the house a hug. Thank you for being here, something that I can depend on. Face your palms towards the home. Feel the power in your palms as you thank your dwelling. As you bring your hands to heart center and you thank yourself, you bow to your house, your birds, you close your eyes. And when you flutter your eyes open, physically, literally, to join me out of your meditation and back into your sacred practice space, some time to reflect on your journey. As soon as the eyes have opened, I take a few rolls of your wrists. For real this time, your physical body is playing, not just your imagination. You'll take a few rolls of your wrist, and I'll give you a few minutes to journal your experience in your desert. Grab your pen, grab your piece of paper. You're in no rush to write. I encourage you to write down the bird or birds that visited you, the images that popped into your mind, the things that you saw, if this experience was easy or challenging for you, to take yourself to this desert, to this tan and blue landscape that lies before you. Grab your medium, take some time to reflect, and I will play some of my crystal bowls as you take this time. I will join you in about a minute. last few moments to jot down any thoughts. If you have finished journaling what you would like to write for now, take a seat of awareness. Enjoy the moments in between as much as the activities that we do with one another today. You'll set down your medium, you'll set down your pen, your paper, and you'll find yourself in a seat. Wherever you have chosen to practice, be sure that you have enough space to elongate both of your legs in front of you. An option to recline. If you like to lean back with support, you'll see I have a bunch of pillows here. You are welcome to take this seat. Some of you prefer to be on your spine when you lie down. Yogi's choice. Go ahead and take your right leg. Stick it out nice and long. Bring your left leg into the sole of your foot. And we bring our arms up and overhead. We hold. Start to unclench your leg, your toes, your thigh. Bring your hands onto the back of your head. Very gentle. Chin in towards the chest. Round your elbows in towards one another. We fold. There are plenty of places for you to soften. Give that long leg a wiggle if it still feels tight. Release the head, sweep your arms overhead, graceful, reach for the foot, Janu Sirshasana. This is a pose of intuition. We take trust, we drop our third eye down towards the knee. Tap into the palms and notice if they feel warmer, sweaty, a bit different from our start of practice with one another. Make that hand and body connection. Take your hands, lightly place them on the sides of your calves or your knee or your thigh. The same way that you held your hands in front of your desert dwelling and wished it well is the same way that you will gingerly and lovingly hold on to the leg. Thank your leg. One of your greatest messengers that takes you where you need to go. A bit more gratitude for that leg. You're welcome to stay. We're going to switch out the sides. Easy and light. Left leg nice and long. Right sole of the foot to your thigh. Start here in your seat. If you need more support, lean forward, arms sweep overhead, and hold. Feel if one arm feels a bit longer than the other. Where can you unclench? Interlace the hands onto the back of the head. As you breathe out, chin in towards the chest. Where can you unclench? Give yourself a wiggle. Suck in the belly button, and as you breathe out, you'll release your hands down to the leg. Same mind-body connection. You are wishing your leg well. You are thanking this sacred vessel for taking you where you need to go today. As the same attention and level of detail that you give to everyone and everything else, especially during these past 2 weeks, your kids, your job, your finances, you are going to give that same level and attention to detail to yourself and to your left leg. Lightly hold on to the calf. Feel your hands get a bit warmer as you connect with the leg. Thank you, thigh. Thank you, knee. Chin in towards the chest. Three, two, and one. Sit up nice and tall. From here, you're going to extend both of your legs out nice and long. Give them a wiggle. Roll the ankles. Roll the wrists. We meet in Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. So bring the soles of your feet together. Find yourself comfy. And let's check in. If this is too much sensation for your groin, for your thighs, you're going to push your feet away from you and make a bigger diamond here on the floor. If you're looking for a bit more of a challenge, your heels are coming all the way in towards the pelvic bone. As you breathe out, we are rounding, grounding down to the floor. Light and easy, the edges of your feet are pressing into one another. We are aligning breath to movement. Find a more conscious pranayama with us for our rest of our time with one another. You're breathing in as the breath travels from your root up to the throat. As you exhale, you bow, you fold deeply to the feet. Breath in to lengthen, expand, proud to be here. Exhale to collapse, to lower to the feet. And notice the similarities of your moving meditations. As you breathe in, you're rocking forward. As you exhale, you fold to the feet. As you inhale, you take your step. As you exhale, you bow to the feet. A few more rounds of breath as you see yourself undulate, ebb and flow with your pranayama. Release the feet. Sit up nice and tall. Go ahead and bring one knee over to the other. So you're closing one knee on top of the other, and then you are going to lightly recline. You're welcome to come all the way down onto your back if you're practicing on your yoga mat. If you're on your couch, just take one side of the couch, drop both knees down to one side. Take your hands, let them rest, one on your heart, one on your stomach. From here, we start with the crown of the head. Your forehead starts to soften, your eyebrows let go. And you check in with your comfort. You are certainly worth the few seconds it takes to make yourself a bit more comfortable. If you ever needed a pillow, you could take one and slip it in between your knees so that the knees feel a bit more comfortable. Before we switch sides, bring your knees up towards the chest. As you breathe out, exhale, knees drop. You'll stay on this side. Still with me. Very good. More rounds of breath here on this side. Let the legs drop and hang. You'll come back to center. Extend your legs out nice and long. You'll interlace your hands, you'll turn them inside out, and you'll stretch them up to the sky. As you breathe out, your hands will tap down to the thighs. As you breathe in, hands up. As you exhale, hands down. Two more. Breath in to reach. Push away from you. As you exhale, tap down. Breath in, hands reach up. Exhale, hands drop down. Release the palms. Take your two peace fingers, your middle and index finger, and as you stay on your spine, you'll take these fingers and lightly press them into your temples and start to make light circles back and forth. Gentle and easy. Do you have tension in your face here? Some of us do, some of us don't. Let's find a place of tension in the face that needs your love and detail. Slide your hands down to the jawbone. Open the jaw to notice right where you need to place the hands, that tight muscle in between. A gentle and light motion. Start in one direction, easy and light. Notice how sensational this is for you. Switch directions. As we open our communication, our throat chakra, our vishuddha, may you continue to cleanse and press into the face. Last place to travel with the fingertips. Take your fingers, slide them onto the back of your neck, and lightly press. Fingertips will run up and down the base of the spine. If you know where your lymph nodes are, on the left and right side of the neck, just under the base of your skull, go ahead and press, knead, sway side to side. Release your hands, one on your heart and one on your stomach. As we take our light Shavasana, may you start to close your eyes. And the first face that comes to mind, the first loved one that pops into your head, may you see their face in your mind. And may you take a love beam and send it straight to them. Watch your heart glow as you send love straight to that face, to that person you love and adore. We take a deep breath in together. And as you open mouth, exhale. Join me for your Shavasana. to awaken. As you find consciousness, breathe life into your body, arms sweep overhead. Open mouth. Full body stretch. Suck in the belly. Hug your knees in towards your chest if you are lying on your spine. Give yourself a squeeze. We meet in a seat as you take one side of your mat, a gentle fetal pose. Press yourself up into your seat. A little sleepy, a little zenned out. May you take a scan of how the body and mind feel after surrendering. Up in your seat, one with the body and mind. Let's reach for our tools. Grab your notebook, grab your pen, and place them before you. As they take you on a bit of a storytelling journey, one of the greatest teachers that I had, a professor in college, was very adamant that we take all of our notes with pen and paper. And we had an entire 2-hour class in my college where we talked about how important it was to have a pen that you like. And the initial reaction for many is to roll your eyes, to, yeah, whatever. But truly, I want you to tap into the feeling of writing with your favorite pen. I want you to think about what your favorite thing to write with is. Whether it's a giant Sharpie, if you prefer writing with pencil, if you have that favorite inky pen, you just love the way that it writes and you don't want to lose it, you don't want to share it with anyone. If you're familiar with the phrase, the medium is the message, these are the tools that we select and use in our practice. Whether it's your yoga mat, your instruments, your notebook, we must have an authentic version of ourselves where we are consciously choosing the little things. Because how we do anything is how we do everything. So it's very important for us to take time to reflect on what we really want to use. And maybe you're not using your favorite pen and paper today. That's just fine. We're going to reflect on what those look like. And so as you take your medium, the first thing that you'll jot down is what your favorite thing is to write with. If it's a marker, puffy paint, maybe it's typing. You prefer to use a typewriter. You prefer the written word. You prefer to take voice recordings of your notes instead of writing it down. It's your medium. It's your message. Take a moment to reflect. What medium are you grateful for? And then our journey continues. Next, we focus on what your favorite image was that you saw on your desert oasis. As you activate your memory recall from the moment that you left the porch and came back with us, up until the moment we started at the desert, when you're digging your feet deeply into the sand. Use your mind, use your memory to slowly take you back through your dream. You know that when we first wake up after having a dream, if we don't write it down, if we don't reflect on it, if we don't take time to think about it, the dream leaves forever, almost, right? But if you take the time to write down a dream, chances are you'll remember it for the rest of your life. There are some dreams that we will always remember, and it's because that we've taken this conscious recall to go back through. So, what do you remember from your meditation? We build on. As we tap into our creature comforts, as we tap into what brings us the most joy during our times of isolation and quarantine, I want you to write down your favorite smells that come to mind. This can certainly be coffee or food. If there's a food that you love to make, or that your mom or dad, a memory of your childhood comes to mind. A favorite perfume, incense, patchouli, soap, bonfires. Go ahead, take a moment to even close the eyes if you need to sense, what do you love to smell? As you tap into these smells, as you take your journey a bit deeper, was it hard for you to think of a smell that you enjoy? Or is there a smell that you have going on right now in your home that you're enjoying that you can reflect on? And finally, we move down to our next list of gratitude. And this is what I like to call our Grammy-winning speech. You have won. You won the Academy Award, you won the Grammy, you won the Emmy. You get a trophy, and you are headed up to your podium, you're walking up to your desert porch, and as you stand atop of your porch looking over all of your feathered friends and birds, you have some people to thank. And if you were to stand up on a podium right now, look out to your crowd of your loved ones on your platform, who would you thank? I would like to thank my husband. I would like to thank my dog. I would like to thank my parents. I would like to thank my Hapa Ohana, right? Go ahead and write down what your Grammy speech would look like. Who would you like to thank? Last few moments to finish your Grammy speech. Who, what do you want to thank? What smells, what visualizations, what characteristics and courage are you most grateful for that has taken you to a seat of awareness and meditation, first things first, on a Tuesday? Last few moments to wrap up your speech. We set our journal off to the side. Take your sacred medium, wish it well, set it atop, and let's create some friction in our hands. We've been here before. We have started this fire with our palms, and this time we will be hovering our hands over our heart, over our stomach. A few more rounds. As you hover your hands up against the chest, eyes closed as you feel the warmth that comes out of the palms and into your heart. When you travel to your sacred desert and you visualize yourself basking in the sun, marinating under the sunlight like a lizard, right? Can you feel that same warmth, the same sunshine coming out of your hands, penetrating into your core? As you have yourself to thank, you are your biggest fire, you are your biggest fuel, and your biggest motivator. You are the steward or the stewardess of this sacred vessel. This is your home, your porch, your rocking chair, and we're so grateful to have this experience with one another. If you have your legs crisscrossed, let's go ahead and switch them out. Opposite leg comes in front of the other. You'll take Gyan Mudra, index and thumb fingers to touch. Place your palms on top of your thighs. Take a little wiggle. We're going to start to turn and churn. So no wrong way to do this. You'll find that meditative state as you swivel like a straw in your soda. Give yourself a little stir. We're switching fingers. Press your thumb and middle finger to touch. We are now going in the opposite direction. Keep swiveling. So long as your knees feel okay, find a bit more momentum. Thumbs and ring finger to touch. Switch directions. Take your swivel. If you ever need to move while you're meditating, honor the feeling. Some of us need moving meditation in order to solidify the peace that we are cultivating. And there are some days when you're going to want stillness. Notice how your body responds. Switch directions, press your thumb, your pinky finger together to touch. Try to relax the other fingers as just the thumb and pinky apply pressure. Push, push, push. 3, 2, and 1. We find stillness. Hands come through to heart center. Smile, whether anyone can see you or not. Activate the jaw. Take a deep grin. Bare your teeth. As the light and the teacher in me is so honored to guide the teacher, the light in you. We bow forward. Namaste. Thank you, yogis. As always, it's a pleasure for us to practice with one another. I want to give you a bit more time to finish writing down any of your thoughts. If you would like to share your list of gratitude, you are welcome to take a picture of your journal and post it in the comments below. I will do the same as soon as our video is over. And if you would like a copy of the meditative script that I have written today in our desert experience with one another, go ahead and let me know. Wrap up your thoughts. I'll play a bit more music for you, upload what you need, and feel free to leave me some love, some feedback. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.